Hello, everyone. Iain MacMillan here. Joining me today, Joshua Dobbs, NFL quarterback for the New England Patriots. He is partnered with Dr. Pepper. Josh, we're going to get into your partnership with Dr. Pepper here in a second, but the first thing I need to bring up is a little bit of an elephant in the room because, Josh, I don't know if you can see my background here. I got a Falcons helmet in my background. I'm a Falcons fan. A lot of people, think of you in some different ways. Like, of course, with your time at Tennessee, they also know you as the pastronaut. When I think of Josh Dobbs, I think of how you torched my Falcons in your first game with the Vikings a couple of years ago. So I got to ask you about that game. What do you remember from that game? 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground. I was a frustrated fan watching that one.
Man, appreciate you having me on, Ian. Thanks for bringing up that great memory on my side. I think I'm from Atlanta. I grew up a Falcons fan, but it seems like the longer I go in my football career, I just keep creating more and more beef with people from the Atlanta area. First, the Hail Mary against Georgia, and then that game against the Falcons. But honestly, it was cool for me. Like, from my perspective, it was my first time playing in Mercedes-Benz stadiums. I grew up going to Falcons games in the Georgia Dome. I watched Mike Vick, Matt Ryan, was a huge fan of the Falcons growing up. And so to come back home and have a game like that, I had a lot of friends and family in attendance. Obviously, they were wearing purple instead of black and red. But I thought it was a very cool experience for me. Definitely tough, not the easiest game to go into when you've never thrown a pass to anyone on the field before the second quarter of the game. But it was really cool to come out victorious, and definitely a great story for the ages.
Yeah, I was tough as a Falcons fan because obviously I was cheering for my Falcons, but it was a cool story watching you that season and in that game specifically. You mentioned the Hail Mary pass that you threw against Georgia back in 2016. I'm not going to ask you about the pass specifically because I know you've been asked about that pass probably a million times at this point, but something happened on a Hail Mary in the NFL a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you saw this. Jalen Hurts threw a Hail Mary at the end of the game for the Eagles against the Broncos a couple of weeks ago. And when he threw the pass, he then sprinted after it downfield, hoping that if the ball was tipped, it could potentially get tipped back to him and he would catch his own pass. Did you see that? Have you ever heard or seen someone else try to run after their own Hail Mary pass? Is that a smart move to do?
One, I think it's a very smart move. 2, I've never seen that before. And 3, it would have been an incredible story if he did actually pull it off and catch the pass. Live watching the game, I saw him throw it and then went back on social media. I saw the video of him then running down to the ball. Yeah. And I went back and we watched the end of the game scenario with the Eagles versus the Broncos and saw exactly what transpired on the play. And I think it's a great thought. Like, yeah. I know if you throw a helmet from the 50, you're probably not making it down there unless you're like Lamar Jackson. But throwing it from the 30, there is a chance where a ball does get tipped up. And as we see on Sundays, anything could happen. So I'm sure a lot of coaches are probably installing that Hail Mary package across college and NFL football.
Do you think you'll try that out next time you get a chance to throw a Hail Mary?
You think I'll try that? If we're close, yeah. I'll definitely run down there. I mean, anything it takes to win. Like, if that were to happen, you just got to throw it really high, like really high, probably a little higher than what he did, and then hope you get down there and something crazy happens.
Yeah, I think it would be like the best touchdown of all time, potentially, if quarterback caught his own Hail Mary touchdown. That'd be crazy. So let's talk.
Mariota's touchdown that he threw to himself in the playoff game.
Yeah. Let's talk a little more NFL. I want to ask you about the Patriots. I guess the vibes must be high right now. 4-2, first place in the AFC East after the Bills lost on Monday night to my Falcons. Thankfully, I'm guessing there has to be a strong sense of optimism and positivity in that locker room right now.
Without a doubt, and I would say we had that same optimism and positivity and confidence going into this season. The key is to just never be externally motivated. We learn quickly from our side as that we know like media is going to be media and there's narratives that they're going to run with. But at the end of the day, we just got to be 1-0 each week. We got to prepare, improve, grow from last week, identify ways that we're playing good football and identify our blind spots and ways we can get better, and then go out on Sunday and be ready to compete, because no matter what anyone's record is on Sunday, they're still professional football players, and there's still a really good organization that you got to go out and be ready to play and play at your best to come out victorious. So we'll be down in Tennessee Being back in Tennessee will be good because I'll be locked into
Mhm.
the Tennessee-Alabama game, rocking my orange this on Saturday, and then we got to get ready to go for another match on Sunday.
If you don't mind me asking about Drake Maye, I'd love to hear what you're kind of seeing from this guy. Obviously, he's second year in the NFL. He's seemingly taken a pretty significant step forward in his development this year. What has impressed you the most about his play this year?
I think he's been doing a really good job just playing consistently really good football. Like he played really well at the end of the game, well throughout the game, but most importantly at the end of the game on the road in Buffalo in a very dynamic environment, and then going on the road again in New Orleans, made plays down the stretch. He's playing good football, man. He works really hard. He's very consistent. He's understanding what we're trying to get done on offense, and that's all you can ask for. And so I've been excited to go to work with him every single day. And I think we got, as I said, we got another test coming up this week. But between him and the staff that we have and the players that we have and my teammates, like it's been really good to see the success that we've had thus far. And now we just got to harness that positive momentum and keep it rolling.
If you don't mind, I want to ask you a non-football related question really quick. I was just looking through your Twitter. I want to read a tweet that you sent out around this time last year. So it's a little bit topical. You said, putting your Christmas tree up the day after Halloween is despicable work. Do you remember that tweet and what prompted that tweet? And tell me, what is the correct day to put up your Christmas tree if it's not after Halloween?
Um, I saw a Christmas tree up probably that day, and I was
Yeah.
a little upset by it. And I think you have until at least Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving
All
is the
right.
right time to tree up.
All right, I like that. That makes sense. I agree with that. You mentioned earlier this weekend's game between Tennessee and Alabama, and I know that's related to your partnership with Dr. Pepper. So why don't you tell us about that?
Definitely. As we know, the third Saturday in October is the best Saturday, I think, of college football between Tennessee and Alabama. And we got two really good teams facing off down in Tuscaloosa. And so I'm really excited to partner with Dr. Pepper for what they're doing to enhance the fan experience on Saturday. They're doing the Pepper Portals between Cool Beans and Knoxville, and then right outside of Bryant-Denning Stadium down in Tuscaloosa. And I think it's a great opportunity for fans to come out, drink some Dr. Pepper, but also rock their school spirit, and really for the Tennessee fans to show the Alabama fans why we're the best fan base in college football and in the SEC. So we'll be in Tennessee. I won't, unfortunately, get a chance to get to the game, but I'll have a nice bottle of Dr. Pepper drinking the game Saturday night as we get ready for a game in Nashville on Sunday.
Josh, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Good luck to you the rest of the NFL season, and good luck to Tennessee this weekend. And everyone, check out Dr. Pepper.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you, my man.